Hello, it's me and your ear holes again, Mrs. Doubtfire. Is it, or is it Yvie Jones? It's bloody Yvie Jones again. Oh, I was listening to the Stella podcast and Kate Langbroek was on it this week talking about the Glamour Gap. Have you heard of such a thing? Oh my God. If you haven't heard about it, you've definitely experienced it. It's when women get ready versus when men get ready, the time difference. And it's not only the time, it is, I think, finances. Like, oh my God, this is why we need to actually be paid more than men. Because what we spend on ourselves, I'm not even talking just to go out. So Kate was talking about on the project, it takes anything between 45 and 90 minutes. And that's true. You sit in that chair and they do your hair and makeup. You can have two women working on you at the same time. And then you go and you have a meeting. You see what's on for the show that night, and then you go and see what your clothes are, and then you go and put your clothes on, and then you go back to hair and makeup to do any touch-ups, and then you go into the studio. When you go back to do touch-ups, that's when the men come in, and they if they want makeup, they can have it. But if they don't, it's just powder so they don't shine on camera. I mean, this is just a given and we all just accept it, which is fine. That's the world we live in. But my biggest problem is the money that comes with what we spend to go out. Let's just have a date. The bloke, he just plops something on, even if he's bought something new. Whatever, he will wear it a million times, shaves his face, puts his, what do they put in their hair? Their, it's a funny word, pomade, their wax. Some of them even, my last boyfriend used to blow dry his hair and he would do a hot tong. Not a hot tong, it was a straightener, but he would twist it. He knew how to do that. He was better than me. I thought he had naturally buffy hair. He didn't. It was flat as hair. So we're actually bringing men in, if anything, but that was it. He also wore makeup. So, but that was it. He only wore foundation and he would cover up any of his imperfections, just skin wise. We have to wax, shave, pluck, bleach. I'm thinking bleach hair on the head, bleach hair on the face. That's what you do. Some women do their arms lighter hair. We have to fake tan. We have to exfoliate. We buy all of the face creams, all of the stuff, the makeup. Like, you give me one woman's makeup bag that doesn't completely cover an entire bathroom cabinet, and I will give you a unicorn. Okay. The clothes, a lot of women will not wear the same clothes again because of societal standards. I say fuck that. I'm all about recycling fashion and I'm all about slow fashion as well, like, all of that kind of stuff. So never, and I'm in the public eye. I will be seen on red carpets wearing the same thing again and again and again, and I have no shame in it at all. If anything, I'm proud to show how easy it is to do and how it's not embarrassing at all. And then the accessories that go in your hair, the accessories that go on your ears, the accessories that go around your neck, the accessories that go on your hands, on your wrists, everything. You've spent at least $100 before you've even walked out the front door to go on that date. He has spent, if he's had a haircut, $25, because men's haircuts are so much cheaper than ours. And I'm sorry, they take so much more to cut their hair than we do to trim it if it's long. Why are we paying $75 a haircut and they're paying $25? Some of them get given a beer. Oh, they've got decks in barbers these days. Dogs on skateboards. Don't get me started. That's all I'm saying. That Kate Langbroek said she just refuses to do it anymore. And you know what? So do I. I've been growing out my body hair for years and you all know about it and I'm bloody proud of it. Really odd thing, and I've said this on the podcast back in the days when Angie was on. A lot of people say, oh, my boyfriend doesn't like it. Don't ever assume. Ask him, because I had a boyfriend that just never told me that he was into a full bush. Had I known, oh my God, the ingrown hairs that would have been saved, the pain that would have been saved if he had just told me, because apparently that's a fetish now. When did that become a fetish? Natural bodies. Ooh, I like real boobs. Sorry. Useless fact for you. Or is it useful? Are you going to use it this week? Have you ever wondered where the term eat humble pie comes from? Have you ever eaten humble pie? Well, I have. Oh, I ate it on the weekend. But of course I doubled down and turned it around and gaslit my friend. Because that's what we do. Anyway, the history of the phrase is derived from pie. What? But not the American version. It's as warm as apple pie. Across the pond in Britain, pies are savoury. Well, guess what? They're savoury in Australia as well. We're kind of known for them. Ever heard of us? Typically containing meat and vegetables that are contained within a pastry shell. Oh my God, thanks, Rach, for making that entire description of what a pie is in a pastry shell. It's encased. Numbles refer to the entrails, organs of animals, and they used to be baked into a pie. It has been suggested that the good meat of an animal was reserved for those in the higher classes of society, while the rest of the animal was given to the servants. Or my family, because we didn't have enough money to afford the good meat. That's why you didn't learn how. I still know how to cook cheap meat. However, there are accounts that contradicted this theory. Regardless, over time, a numble pie became an humble pie, which then became a humble pie. So, have you ever eaten it? If you're rich and hoity-toity and you had to eat a numble pie, woo! Weren't you slumming with the low lives, darling? I've just started Call the Midwife back to season 1, so I'll let you all know how that goes, because I'm sure there's a lot of numble pies back in those days. At any rate, have a lovely week. I hope you don't get any bad news this week. I hope you only get good news. Love you. Bye.